Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. A person who is a Muslim, he contacted me and he sounded like a very nice person, and he told me he is willing to listen, but he think I have a misconception about what Islam teach. And he gave me this website. It's called sharialaw.com, misconception about Islam, about Sharia law. You know, Sharia law is Islam, and Islam is Sharia law, because Islam is not just a, like an idea of belief. No, it is a law which you have to follow. If you don't follow, we kill you. Now, if you open this website, the first thing you will see is this. There is no conclusion of any sort in religion, between two brackets, as the right way does stand, obviously distinguished from the way of error. Chapter 2, 256. So this is how they supposedly the article is about what? About misconception, which mean they want to clear things out to you. But the second you start reading right away from the top, they are lying. This is a verse is about you as a Christian or a Hindu or a Buddha or a Jew or atheist. You have no right to enforce your children not to believe in Islam. Same time, even Muslims. And I will show you only Muslims' opinion. Only, not mine. I will post the link for this website, and you can see how stupid it is, and how much they think you are stupid, how much they think you are ignorant, how much they think that you are just an idiot who will not go and use the same internet they are trying to fool you with. So I'm not going to use any website except Islamic website. This is Al-Imam Ibn Baz. This is the highest scholar in Saudi Arabia ever exist in this century. For me, I believe he's an idiot, the same as the rest. Look at the title. The evidence of Quinn and apostate. By the way, the site is in Arabic, so I use Google Translation to translate. So in the misconception, they are showing us the evidence that you have a right to choose any religion you want. But this is absolutely a lie. I heard in a radio program on an interview with someone that there is no evidence of an honorable Quran as an honorable hadith or religion or fatwa, etc., or authorizing the killing of apostate from Islam. Please advise me about this. So now the advice is coming, and the advice as the following. Here now we will read the evidence which is coming from the Quran, as you see, chapter of At-Tawbah. If they repent and perform prayer and zakat, then, and like they are in the right path, then Allah is merciful. So fight them, kill them. If you read the chapter, fight them and kill them. Kill them. You see the word in Arabic, qatiluhum. Qatiluhum doesn't mean fight them by words, by sandals, by the stick, a broomstick. Fight them by the sword. Kill them until either they repent or they die. And this is their sheikh. This is an official. This is Ibn Baz. You see the title in the top. This is the address, bimbaz.org, Saudi Arabia. And the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia now tried to present Islam to us at a piece of cake. And we have now women, they can drive. But all of this have nothing to do really with Islam. Most of Muslims, actually, they don't want Islam, because you ask them why they are not practicing what Islam is teaching. They have a government. It's not like us as a Christian. We have Joe Biden in the office. We don't have a Christian government in USA. You don't have a Christian government in Germany. You don't have a Christian government in France. All of them, they are secular, and they are trying actually to suppress Christianity and the Christians. So the evidence in front of us in the chapter of Tawbah, the Prophet said, not me, the one who changed the religion, like here translation is coming instead his religion, that's false. Translation is not right. So the one who changed the religion, kill him. And this is actually shown in the Quran in more than one verse. And you can read the article. I will post the link for this below. We go here. Muhammad said, the one who changed his religion, kill him. As simple as that. And all of this is sahih, as you see. Kill him. Kill him. So where is the no compulsion in religion, or freedom? You can choose whatever religion you want. What is that? Do you see? All of this is very authentic. There's no two Muslims actually they argue about it. So when a Muhammadan he speak about misconception, the misconception is them. They are the one who trying to deceive us. Even Muhammad, he ordered his followers to go and bring non-Muslims like Christian and Jews, Hindus, Buddhas, whatever, bring them like dogs with the chain around their neck. They are the best people of mankind, according to Muhammad. The Muslims, Islam is a racist cult. Teach right away a Muslim, he would think he is a supremacist because he's a Muslim. You are just a pig, you are a monkey. Actually, the Quran calls us pigs and monkeys. The Quran calls us worst of animals. There's a guy, his name, I think, Dawah something, I don't know if you saw his video in YouTube. He was standing next to some cows, and he says, look at those cows, and look at those people in England. What the difference? The cows are useful, those people are not useful. And the funny, he was driving a Mercedes behind him, and his phone is made by the infidel. Everything he have, even his clothes made in China. And he is talking about who is useful. So when the Muslim, they make a conception, this is a Muslim website, this one is in English, I did not even use English translation. Some of the ruling on apostasy and apostate. And this is the question. And the question, etc., should if a person who leave Islam will be killed, talking about his friend, then firstly, a Muslim should not incline more toward one scholarly opinion rather than another, just because it is accordance with whatever, blah 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 blah. Let's go. Secondly, apostasy, ridda, is going out of Islam, are things that may be done in the heart, on the tongue, or in action. Apostasy may take place by heart. So he's explaining. So now, what is the ruling? Let us go to the cheese. The cheese is, the one who leave Islam, we put him to death. Here we go. Do you see it? So they try to fool you, and the funny is the website is about misconception about Islam. Misconception. So the question is to the Muhammadan, who is the one trying to give us misconception? I agree. There's a huge misconception made by the Muhammadan. They beat women and they say we give women rights. What right? Right to be beaten? Right to be one of 4 sex slaves? Even in heaven she is nothing but a sex toy. Even in heaven she is just to please the man. Dogs in America and in the West, they have more right than your women. If you beat a dog in USA, you go to jail. Muhammad, he says, no one should be questioned for why he did beat his wife. So when they speak about misconception, we agree. No man should be questioned for why he did beat his wife. But you go to a Muslim website, they say a woman, she is happy, and they bring you a woman, she is defending Islam. When you are a victim, like even, this is in psychology, if a person he rape a woman for a long time, a woman, she is living under a rapist. Even if you open the door, even if you kidnap her from family one day, even if you open the door, she will not leave. This is kind of a form of mental illness, not because it is right to stay there. So they bring a woman wearing hijab saying to you Islam is amazing, but you look at her face, she have eyelashes, she take care from her face. But Muhammad, he condemned and he cursed the woman, she take care from her face. Not a single woman follow Islam. If you look at the video as an example of Shabir Ali, I thought in the beginning this is a foreign woman with him. It turned to be this is his daughter. Okay, how you are a sheikh and your daughter, she have 10 kilograms of makeup in her face? Isn't this is against Islam? So even their sheikhs don't follow Islam. So the misconception, I say to the Muhammadan, is coming from you, not from us. It is you who lie about your religion, try to paint a pinky image of a pinky prophet who is really pinky. He pee like a woman, he act like a woman, he never received Quran unless he wear the wife clothing, and he put eyeliner 3 times a day. He want to be pretty, and he color his head blondie. I find him very much as Biden fan party. You look the same. And then we find that stupid Biden, he quote Muhammad, who is saying the prophet said, the messenger of Allah, he said, which is very filthy statement to say from someone he claimed to be Christian. If one of you found something not right, he should have changed by his hand. This is the video of David Wood, if you remember. I will use it just to summarize the stupidity of those who try to give us misconception about Islam.
And responded with what can only be described as hate speech. He tweeted, "Stoning people to death for homosexuality or adultery is appalling and immoral. Every single person on earth is entitled to be treated with dignity and to live without fear. There is no excuse, not culture, not tradition, for this kind of hate and inhumanity." President Obama would spin in his bicycle helmet if he saw this tweet. Racist Joe Biden calls Brunei's implementation of Islamic law appalling, immoral, hateful, and inhumane. This sort of criticism of Islam is precisely what led a white supremacist to open fire at 2 mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand. At least, I keep hearing from Muslim organizations that criticism of Islam is what led to the white supremacists' attack on immigrants. Did the Sultan of Brunei invent Sharia? No. Sharia is based on the commands and practices of Muhammad, Allah's prayers be upon him. Sunan ibn Majah, 2555. It was narrated from Imran bin Hussein that a woman came to the Prophet and confessed to committing fornication. This woman was married, so it was adultery. He issued orders, and her garments were tightened around her so that her private parts would not become uncovered. Then he stoned her, and he offered the funeral prayer for her. Sunan ibn Majah, 2561. It was narrated from Ibn Abbas that the Messenger of Allah said, "Whoever you find doing the action of the people of Lut, kill the one who does it and the one to whom it is done." Lut is Lot. The action of the people of Lot refers to homosexual sex between 2 men. Muhammad tells his followers to kill the one who does it and the one to whom it is done, so both partners in the homosexual relationship. Is a Muslim ruler free to dismiss the decisions of Muhammad, Allah's prayers be upon him? Absolutely not. As we read in the Holy Quran, Surah 4, verse 65, "But know, by your Lord, they can have no faith until they make you, O Muhammad, judge in all disputes between them, and find in themselves no resistance against your decisions, and accept them with full submission."
I will stop here just to show you an example of how stupid those leaders. I mean, Joe Biden, he quote Muhammad in one hand. In the other hand, Muhammad say everything against what Joe Biden, the atheists, believe in. Everything the Democrat they believe in. Everything this party of the communist and the government in USA believe in. But they quote Muhammad in the same time. There is a solution for this. The solution is to understand, or let us say conclusion. I don't want to say a conclusion. The conclusion is that we have an infection in the society in the West there's a governor and governments who try to fool you with misconception, and it's true. And there is Muslims who try to give us misconception about Islam, which is true. But that will not work with us. We are here to expose their lies. So when a Muhammadan he come and he speak about misconception, all of us we have to agree. There's a lot of lies from Obama, from George Bush, from Biden, from every scumbag in the West government. Not only them, even there is a Christian priest who they are false priests. They are celebrating Ramadan with Muslims. According to what? Isn't it the Bible forbid us to even to eat the food of pagan gods? Isn't this is in the Bible? Isn't it the Bible says who is the Antichrist is the one who denied the Son and the Father? And then they come to you and they say to you, we have one God. So misconception is something very popular. Everybody is lying to you about Islam. And be my guest. If I did lie, and I showed you all the evidence, and I used the video of David Wood just to make it simple for me, easier, to show you how the misconception work. If you are a Muhammadan, you believe we have a misconception, tell us. Did your prophet kill the one who leave Islam? Yes. Did you Muslim have a war? It's called the War of Apostate? Yes. War of Apostate. Is it according to Sharia law everybody leave Islam should be killed? Yes. What if you don't want to join Islam? You have to pay jizya if you are a Christian or a Jew, or if you are a Hindu, Buddha, atheist, you have to be killed. Is it the Quran teach you to beat your wife? Oh no, we beat them lightly. Lie. Aisha, she reported that the most suffering women is a believing women, not the opposite. When Muhammad he ordered men to beat their wives, there was a story behind that incident. And as you see, Aisha she said that look, her skin is greener than her clothes. Did Muhammad take the side of the women? He did not even question why it is so green. Why? What did you do to her? Why you are beating her so hard? He did the opposite. He told him, okay, so this woman, she don't want to sleep with you because she want to go back to her previous husband. You can read the story. Let me show you the reference so you can open it by yourself. All those references are authentic hadith. Authentic, 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 as you see. You see? So they love to lie. So when they speak about the misconception, my friend, we have to agree. Everybody is giving misconception about Islam, except me and few others, including priests, false priests, bishops, false bishops, even the stupid leaders, the highest leader without saying the name. But maybe we should call them by their names. They are Antichrist people. So we agree there is a big misconception about Islam. Islam is nothing but a pure evil, devilish. If a Muslim kill a Christian, what is the punishment? No Muslim will be killed for killing a Christian or a Jew, Muhammad said. What is the solution? You pay him a price of a cow. In Iran right now, and many Islamic countries, if a Muslim kill a Christian, if they are following the Islam truly, the punishment is the price of a cow. As simple as that. And only if the Muslim, they want to be hypocrite, like to the American, like somebody attack American, he killed the American, they find a solution. They say, oh, he killed somebody under the protection of Islam, so now he deserves to be dying. But Muhammad's statement is so clear. Where is justice? What if somebody is not under the protection of Islam? Why his blood is not equal to a blood of a Muslim? And then the Muhammadan, they will quote for you a verse from the Quran says, if a man killed one innocent person as if he killed all mankind. This is a statement taken from the Bible, and even in the Quran, this is a statement said by Moses. Moses, not by Muhammad. And right away in the chapter there it says, kill them wherever you find them. misconception is true, and we are here to expose it. Leave your note, your comment, share, and let us see what your thought. If you are a Muslim, prove us wrong. And you will see the Muslim, they will throw all kinds of accusation, but they cannot refute what we are showing on the screen. So what this website is about? What is in it is truthful? Zero. All is a propaganda. Like, you know, Sharia has become synonymous with etc. of any humane Islamic legal system, especially in the West. Sharia is betrayed as I don't know if I'm saying that word correctly, archaic and unfair social justice imposed on those who they live in Sharia government countries. Many Muslims regard Sharia as divine law. However, most are unaware that none of the punishment mentioned above are divine, revealed as none of them is endorsed by the Holy Quran. You see? None of them. None of them. So what we showed in the screen a second ago. Thank you all. Leave your comment and don't forget to download the video and share it with your friends. God bless you all. Take care.